All right, people, check it out. See our beautiful faces. We are live. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to Everett and I's Airbnb.
They know we're live. They're watching us.
Thanks, buddy. We are in our beautiful Airbnb in Ottawa before the first matches of the 2023 VNL, at least here in Ottawa. I know we had two in Japan overnight. Everett just made a really bad cup of coffee, it looks like.
I don't think that tastes right. It's like one of those machines too. Like I didn't even actually make it. I just put the pot in.
Oh, well, somehow you managed to mess that one up. Just like you're going to mess up this draft that we're about to do because I'm going to beat your ass.
No, there's no way I'm going to mess this up. I was the one who suggested this video.
It's true. This is your idea.
So I've been mulling it over in my head, and I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about my strategy and what I want to do. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do yet, but I've been thinking of different ways.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to draft. Everett and I are each going to draft a roster of 12 players from the pool of players that are playing in this year's men's VNL. At least players that we think are going to play in this year's men's VNL. Like if there's a guy that's on the 30-man roster, but we know for a fact that he's not going to play.
Yeah,
I think that guy should not be eligible.
Like we can't be drafting Leal out here.
Leal or like Simone or Sokolov or like those guys.
Any like Kaczynski.
Right. So the players that are eligible are players that we think will appear at some point this VNL.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the rules are
we were doing a fantasy team almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're doing a fantasy team. And Everett and I are going to take turns making our picks. We got to fill one Olympic style 12-man roster. So that's 2 setters, 2 opposites, 4 outside hitters, 3 middle blockers, and 1 libero.
I mean, I think there can be some concessions on that. Like if you ultimately want like 4 outside hitter, and like.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you can.
Right, like you can do whatever. Like
you can distribute the positions.
If you want to go taco style and just pick a team full of liberos, you can do that.
Okay,
it's not going to be good.
Okay,
right.
Okay,
but,
And then the other stipulation is like obviously if you take a player, I can't then take the same player. Yeah. But the other thing is we can only each take 1 player per country.
Yeah, per team.
So if you're looking at Poland, for example, you got to think very carefully about which one Polish player you want to pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be too. I just wanted to, I didn't want to see us like pick the same usual suspects. Just have like a team made up of Americans, Italians,
right.
Polish guys and
I mean, there's already people in the chat saying, I think there should be a 1 player per country rule. You mean literally the thing that is in the description of the video? Come on, people. We've thought about this.
Who's in
Berkay and Agata are regulars. Also, yes, I'm a Packers fan.
I'm also a Packers fan, technically.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Greatest sports team ever assembled.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but they're my team.
The only team in any sport that I like more than USA men's volleyball is the Packers. It's my number 1 favorite sports team on planet Earth.
At one point in my life, I would have said the Ottawa Senators, as we are here in Ottawa. And they were supposed to announce. Sold. Yeah, like it's like Claire. So Claire Hanna, who's going to be doing, she's like the beat reporter for TSN for the Ottawa Senators.
Right.
Like she's big time, and she was telling me on Thursday that they were supposed to find out like sometime last week or possibly even Friday, and we haven't found out anything yet. So last I heard, Snoop Dogg and Ryan Reynolds might be joining forces to buy the Ottawa Senators.
I heard about
which
that.
Which might be the best thing ever.
That would be so hype. All right. Not on the topic of the Ottawa Senators hockey team. I think the only thing left to do, because we explained the rules, I think the only thing left to do is do a little rock, paper, scissors to decide who gets the first overall
best
pick.
Out of 3 or just one? Like just
one.
Raw dog. Okay.
Yeah, just do it.
All right.
On shoot.
Okay, this is dumb American
Ready?
stuff. All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I get first pick.
Everett gets the first overall pick. Let me switch the OBS scene here. There we go. Looks pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Looks pretty good.
And you're just gonna write them in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna type them in as we pick them.
Okay, who do I want though? This is my question.
So Everett has the first overall pick. He has an entire board of players to choose from, and any position, any country, everything. The world is your oyster right now, Everett. Your first overall pick. Who you got? Also, the great thing about doing this live is that we're going to be able to put a poll in the YouTube chat at the end once we've made all our picks, and you guys will be able to pick who thinks team is better. That's going to be
fun. I think in the context of VNL, and I'm thinking about like who scores a lot in VNL, I'm going Namir with my first pick.
Yeah,
Abdelaziz Namir or Namir Abdelaziz. I can never remember which one is first. Yes. I just think like if I was to be making a fantasy team for VNL, which maybe we can whip up the old numbers of how we did the math for the old Superlega fantasy that originally started the Discord. Maybe we could pull that out after, just to apply it to this.
But I think that's a very worthy first overall pick. I mean, he's the only player from the Netherlands that's worth drafting.
Yeah,
for sure. And yeah, just raw scoring ability, and yeah, I think that's a very worthwhile first overall pick.
Yeah, I'm going with Namir.
Okay.
I thought about being a homer and picking a Canadian guy first, but I ultimately, I'm like, my team is gonna have one Canadian guy.
Of course it is. And that's another fun part about this is that there's 16 teams in VNL. We're picking 12 players.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 4 national teams that we do not have represented in each of our lists. I don't know.
Yeah, Nikolov.
I mean, we're also not going to not give away picks that aren't picked yet. But I mean, they're I think by the same strategy as the Netherlands, where they really only have one player that would be worth picking.
Yeah,
I think Namir makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Who are you going? Who are you going with your first pick here?
I'm looking at the chat.
Are you letting the chat influence you here?
No, I'm just curious what the activity is all about. Yeah, okay. My first overall pick. I'm trying to think of. That was my same thought process. Is I need like a mediocre team who only has one clear player from each team.
Yeah.
Because like teams like the USA, Poland, Italy, like depending on who we see,
you're gonna be once we get down to the bottom of the list, there's gonna be
plenty of good players available. So you want to take like the best value, like the best play, like the guy who's like clearly the number one player from his team. That's kind of tough. And you know what I think I'm going to do, and I don't think you're going to like this.
What?
I think I'm going to take Stephen Marr from Canada.
I should have shut my mouth.
I'm taking Stephen Marr from Canada because as far as the Canadian roster goes, like we were saying in the preview yesterday, I think he's clearly Canada's best player, and it makes me so happy to steal him.
Oh no! Marr's parents are gonna be happy about that. Oh man.
It is written. It is official. Stephen Marr is my first outside hitter on my list.
Fuck.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of the same reasoning of all the other Canadian players, and I'm sure you'll still pick one, but none of them has the same amount of value.
You picked the guy that I wanted, though.
Yeah,
like,
because none of them have the same amount of value as Stephen Marr does.
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to Checo with my next pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think might be it was between him and Lozère, but I think, the Checo's a better setter than Lozère is in the middle, and there's better middles in the tournament other than Lozère. But the Checo is up there with the best of them. Like, for me, it's him and Christensen as the best setters in this tournament.
Okay.
Right now. Definitely.
I agree until Gianelli comes back, and even at that point, I mean, you could argue that
Gianelli has, earlier in the season, I would have called Gianelli the best setter in the world, but after the way things ended with Perugia, I've dropped him down to third.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think that's totally fair. Okay, so that the other thing that's interesting about this is once you pick an Argentinian player, like I know that like the other main player that I think you would probably want from Argentina, now you can't pick him.
Yeah.
Which means I can save him for pretty much last.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's exactly what I will do. So I know exactly which Argentinian player I want, and now I don't have to waste an early pick on him. So that's great. Okay, my turn. I'm thinking about the teams. What team has one like all time like one instantly great player? Like teams like Poland, France, the USA, like
Italy. Like you can just You
You know what? I'm gonna pick an opposite. I'm gonna take at least 2 opposites, but I want one of my opposites to be Amin.
I knew that was
Iran.
coming. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Amin from Iran, the big lefty, as one of my opposite picks. I think he's clearly the most valuable Iranian player.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, it's in the books. Your turn, Everett. 3rd overall, or rather 5th overall in the first pick in the 3rd round.
This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. I think. Ooh. I'm going to Alex Nikolov.
I knew he would be picked.
Yeah.
I knew he would get picked because he's clearly the only player on Bulgaria worth picking. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Alex Nikolov. I think he's going to be the guy. Like, what did he score this morning? I know I pulled it up. I had the stats right here. He had 22 this morning.
We'll talk about. By the way, we're going to do a show once we get over to the gym before the Ottawa matches, and we'll talk about the 2 games.
He was not bad. He was 19 for 35.
Yeah, that's a good match.
Dude, Dimitrov got blocked 5 times. Crazy.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But, clearly the only Bulgarian player worth drafting.
Yeah, 100%.
Given that like Sokolov and Kaziski aren't going to play VNL, like, clearly the only Bulgarian player worth drafting. And now I almost definitely will not pick a Bulgarian player.
Yes,
I don't understand why I would. So I think that's a good pick. I'm going to go to the middle.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Marko Pedraščanin.
Pedraščanin. Okay. Is he going to play for Serbia though?
He's on the roster. I may have picked Lisinac because of his back surgery, at the end of the Trento season.
He's definitely not.
He probably won't play. I think that Pedraščanin will. He played VNL last year. He didn't play week 1, but he played later in the tournament.
I was just thinking about their roster from week 1.
I think that it's fair to expect Pedraščanin will play.
Okay.
And he's going to be my first middle pick. All right.
I'm going to stay on the left side, and I'm going to pick the Rock Mazic.
Damn it. That was going to be one of my... I wasn't sure if you were going to take him so early. I was really probably going to pick the Rock. Good pick. Again, like, even though like his usage on the Slovenian team is... you can scrutinize it. I think you and I would both agree that they're not using him enough. At least as of last year, like at the World Championship, they didn't use Mazic nearly enough.
No, definitely not. But he was like, I'm pretty sure last year for VNL, he was like highly used. Like he was their guy. He was their guy.
Yeah, he was. The first couple weeks, he was the only player on their team.
But that was a Lebedew team, not a Cretu team.
Great point.
So what we should see. I mean, I do think that as this golden generation gets a little bit older, that now the Mazic, the Rock is going to start taking some things over.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great pick. I think it's of the Slovenian players. I think it's the number 1 pick for sure. Even more than like a Cebul or an Earnout. I think Rock has the most upside in this format to build a team around him. I really like that pick. All right, I'm up. I'm going to go to Japan.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick Yuki Ishikawa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think Ishikawa is clearly the best Japanese player.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, what he did in Milano,
crazy
playoffs.
Yeah, it was like he bullied himself into having respect in my heart.
Couldn't have said it better.
Like he just like it was just like Everett and Rob. You don't want to respect me. Watch this. I mean, I did respect him beforehand, but he was like even more so. It was just like, okay, Ishikawa.
I kind of like. I think we were both like trying to resist liking him because of the anime fandom and how annoying the Japanese fans are online.
How bad they can be.
With that Milano like playoff run alone, I was converted into being like a shameless Yuki Ishikawa fan. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was. He was fantastic.
Okay, so that's my Japanese pick.
Okay. Damn it.
Who do you got next? We're getting like pretty close to having starting 7s at this point.
Yeah, we are.
And then building the rest of the roster after that, I think it's going to be interesting.
The thing is, I wouldn't necessarily say that like I think there's better outside hitters on the board than Nikolov.
Yeah.
Right?
But not necessarily better picks with our format.
Yeah. I get you. Okay. I am going... I have no middles. So I'm
you
like,
have no middles yet.
I have looking in the middle right now of who I want.
I have a team that I think is I have two pretty good middle value picks in my head from teams that that aren't like superstar level teams with like a million world class other options. I think there are a couple good middles out there.
Okay. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Chininiese. Chininiese is gonna be my first
using
middle.
Your France pick
using
on
my
a middle.
France pick on a middle. Yeah. But I do think that
Chininiese is really good though.
I might think that right now with Simone not playing, Chininiese might be the best middle in the tournament. Especially when he's paired up with Brizard. That pairing is nasty. I got to see it. We got to see it in person last year, and just the way they work around with each other is massive. But yeah,
there's a lot of other French players out there.
There is a lot of other French players. You're not wrong.
Including now I have, if I want to use it, my libero.
But he's not on the roster.
Grebennikov is not on the roster?
He's not. I don't think he's in the 30.
I really thought he was in the 30. I mean, he's definitely not going to play week one. They're sending a B team week one, but I'm almost positive that Chininiese is on, that Grebennikov's on the 30. We'll check on that in case I potentially pick him down the line.
Yeah, I seem to remember that Grebennikov was not on the 30.
I thought he was. We'll dig into that.
Yeah, you're going to leave Eric Shoji on the table then?
Well, that's the thing is I don't know who my American player is going to be, and I might just react in case you take an American player first that will let me choose mine, but I'm not going to pick a USA player here. I'm going to go to Germany for my middle pick.
Okay.
And I don't. There aren't any other German players in any other positions that I like enough to pick them. Maybe like a backup setter.
Maybe.
But I like a couple of the German middles a lot, and I'll take at least one more middle. But which of the two German middles do I want to pick? I'm gonna go with Lucas Massa.
Massa, okay.
I'm going to go with Massa.
Over Anton Brema.
Over the other middle because he's played with the German national team before. Brema has not, and that doesn't mean he won't be good. I think he'll be really good, and we'll see him tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to go with Massa.
What about Crick?
I thought Massa was really impactful last year. If we were picking bench warmers and TikTok stars, Crick would be the first overall pick.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First team all bench, Tobias Crick, for sure. Absolutely.
First team all bench, 100%.
First team all bench.
Okay, my Germany pick is off the board. You're up.
Damn it. This is getting harder.
It is getting harder.
It's getting a lot harder. Man.
Also, we have somebody in the chat that says Grebennikov is on the 30.
Yeah, I saw that too. Damn it.
All right, who's next? So you've got Argentina, Netherlands, Bulgaria, Slovenia, and France off the board. So I've got a couple big teams out there to pick from.
Yeah. You know who I'm going to go with?
Oh, I see what team you're looking at over there, and I like this. I like where you're going with this. Who's it going to be?
I'm going between two players. It's either him or it's either him. It's either him or him.
I was between the same two players. I might end up picking whichever one you don't pick.
That's fair. That's fair. Who do I have on the left side again?
You have Nikolov and Mozic.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick Osnil Melgarejo.
That's the one that I wanted
because he's a little bit more with the ball control. Both Nikolov and Mozic are a little bit more, they're high flyers. And if I went Lopez, then I've got a lot of dynamic left sides, but maybe not anyone can pass. So I think Melgarejo can really be a cornerstone of the serve receive out there.
I think that's a great pick.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick him. I was also between basically the three Cuban outsides.
Yeah.
And I wanted Melgarejo the most, but I'm gonna go with Lopez as my next pick.
Okay, we're picking Cubas back to back.
Yeah, just might as well. I'm just gonna go with Lopez. The serve alone.
Yeah,
I think the serve alone might just be the best in the world. I'm kind of excited to see him play. We haven't really seen him play outside hitter for Cuba much. I mean,
no, not live.
And no, definitely not live. And I mean, last year at the World Championship, he wasn't good at all.
No, he wasn't.
But the serve alone, I think, gives him a lot of value. So I'm going to go with Lopez for my Cuban pick.
Okay.
All right. You're up again.
We're starting to get down to the nitty gritty here. I have one more outside hitter. It's middle blockers that are really.
Yep. We have 6 more picks each. We're officially halfway through.
Really? It feels like more,
we're halfway
more
through
than that. Damn it.
Ooh, I see who you're looking at. Ooh, I like this.
I think I'm going to go. Oh, no, it's too early. It's too early to go there. It's too,
is it?
It's too early to go there.
Is it too early to go there?
It is too early to go there. Yeah. It is. Ooh, I know where I'm going. Flavio.
Good pick.
Flavio.
You needed a middle. I think that's a really good pick.
I needed a good middle, and I really like the middle pairing of Flavio and Chininiese.
That's a good
along
pick.
with the Checo setting. That's a
Yeah, I think remembering who your setter is with all these players, I think
like the Checo, Flavio, and Chininiese.
And Checo and Chininiese played together this year.
Exactly. So they know each other. And Namir on the right side. Oh.
Yeah, that's looking like a team. That's looking like a team over there. Okay. So I have one outside hitter left, unless I want to bring 5. If someone like change my position distributions and bring 5, but I don't think I can afford to bring 5 when there's only 12 guys total. I think I've only got one outside hitter left, and oh my goodness. I also need a setter. I think it might be time. I think it might be time to pick a setter. I'm gonna leave my primary starting setter for a little bit later down the list.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick what I would probably call right now my backup setter, and I'm gonna pick Cachopa from Brazil.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Cachopa
You're leaving
from Brazil.
Lucarelli off the board.
Yes, I am. I have enough options at my other.
And you're going
hitter.
straight for Cachopa, not even Bruno.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Mr. Bro Rush, I agree with you. My team would destroy Rob's team so far.
Not even close to true. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see at the end.
Okay.
I really like where my team's at so far.
I mean, I really like where my team's at so far.
Okay. Who's next?
Okay, so I've got a 4th outside, a middle blocker, a lib, a setter, and an oppo.
Yeah, libero. What we do at libero is going to be really interesting.
Canada, China, Germany, Iran, Italy, Japan.
Yeah, we both still have. Neither of us have touched the USA, Italy, or Poland. It would be crazy for any of us to leave a player from those teams off the list.
Yeah, but I still have 5 guys. You know
right.
who I'm going as my backup oppo? Yuji Nishida.
Oh,
Nishida is going to be my backup. Oppo. I've got the high off the block high scorer, and I've got the fast offense with Nishida on the right side. I think imagine the Checo with Nishida.
That's a pretty good duo.
Just little loops
and
just
the serve. Both of them from the service line. Okay, that's a pretty good duo right there. Yeah, difficult to argue with that.
Rob's team would finish 4-8 in the VNL.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I did think about taking Yamamoto from Japan. That was
libero?
my yeah.
I was thinking about that.
That was my other guy here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Okay. I think it's time to Well, I'm gonna. This is kind of just a delay pick because I've known I was gonna pick this guy. I'm gonna pick Agustin Loser from Argentina.
Oh, okay.
I've known I was gonna pick him. So I want to pick him now and kind of see what you do next in case you take one of the big countries off the board and I can react. But
I've only got
you've only got 4 more picks. But like as soon as you picked DeCecco, I knew that I was picking Loser.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. 4 picks left each. Neither of us have touched the USA, Italy, or Poland. We're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So you've picked Argentina, Netherlands, Japan, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Cuba, France, Brazil. You don't have any Canadians yet either.
Ooh.
We're probably both gonna. I imagine we're probably both gonna leave off China, and I'm definitely leaving off Bulgaria at this point.
Who could I leave off? No, I'm not taking anyone from Iran. Probably won't take anyone from China or Germany. There's a player I want to pick from one of the big countries, but then there's like 2 other, there's 2 other players from that country.
That's kind of where I'm at. Is I think these picks right here are really going to decide who wins because it's how do we choose who best fits our teams from the best teams in the world, like from the best countries in the world? Like how do we decide? But clock's ticking over there.
Yeah, I know it is. Shit. I'm gonna go with my MVP from this indoor season, Tomáš Fornal.
That's a really good pick.
Which means that Leon might be left off. Like unless you pick him as your 4th outside, that Leon might not get picked.
I mean, like the order of these players like doesn't necessarily mean anything for the depth chart.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But
Fornal is a really good pick. I think that is like
I really like my outside squad of Nikolov, Mozic, Melgarejo, and Fornal.
I was gonna say like everyone you have is like B+ tier internationally, but then you have Fornal, and I think he really is a top 5 outside in the world right now. The way he's just playing right now, that can certainly change. Oh, man. Okay, so I have the U.S., Poland, Italy, and France still to pick. And I think it's pretty clearly I'm going to pick those 4 countries. It would be insane not to. So I've got actually the liberos from all 4 countries are pretty good options. Yeah. All 4 of those liberos are pretty good options, so I'm probably going to leave that for last. I'm thinking of opposites because all 3 of them, 2 of them have really good setters, like elite level setters, and but opposites, like none of them have Namir. None of them have like their opposites are more like just really above average, like almost role player sorts instead of like huge primary scorers.
It's weird how in the men's game it's kind of shifted to just an all-around game.
Right.
Whereas, 10 years ago it was all about having a big opposite. And now it's switched in the women's game. It's all about having that big opposite. That's going to put up a lot of points for you.
And so I think, oh, man. I think I'm going to go with my Polish pick at opposite, and I'm going to go with Bartosz Kurek.
Okay.
And that
left
does
off
in
the
fact
board.
mean that Wilfredo Leon is not getting picked because there's I do think that I know what I want to do with the rest of my spots at this point. And I needed an opposite. I don't really want Romano.
No.
You
don't. I mean, the fact that he's here with the B team, I think it goes to show.
I mean, yeah, he's their starting opposite, but like he's 4th of the opposites for sure. I almost picked Jean Patry.
You love Jean Patry.
I do love Jean Patry, but I almost picked him. But I want Bartosz Kurek in this spot. I think if there's of the opposites left, like the guy to take over a game is Kurek.
Yeah, you're right. You are correct. You're not wrong. Okay.
All right, you have 3 picks left, a setter, a middle, and a libero. You still need the USA, you still need Canada, you still need Italy, you still have Germany, you still have Serbia, You still have China if you really want it. You still have Iran if you want it. But I mean, if you don't pick a Canadian, I think that should count as an automatic loss for this draft.
That's not fair.
But at this point, it honestly might not make sense to pick a Canadian.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm leaving off a really good player anywhere,
right?
To not pick a Canadian.
No matter what, you're gonna leave off a good player.
And there's only it's.
You still have Poland, Italy, and the USA. No, you don't have Poland.
I don't have Poland. Yeah.
You have Italy, the USA.
Italy and the USA. Okay. I think as a setter, I'm going to pick Michael Christensen.
Oh, God damn it.
It's not quite like getting you back for picking Stephen Marr, especially with your first overall pick.
That sucks.
But it was between him and I really wanted to pick David Smith.
Okay.
I really wanted to pick Smith, but especially because he came up to me yesterday and he was like, "Hey, really like the show. Love what you guys are doing."
Yeah, I was totally ready to use my USA pick on Micah as the starting setter. I was ready for that, but now I think I know where I'm going to go with my setter pick now, and so that okay. I think I know what my last couple picks are going to be, and I think that the one that I need to pick now is Alessandro Micheletto at outside hitter.
Ooh, okay.
I
Throw in the unicorn.
I want the unicorn.
You actually kind of like your group of outsides there.
I will take my group of outsides over yours. I will. I'll take my 4 outsides over yours.
It's not bad there.
Yeah. This is a sick group of outside hitters. I'm excited about it. And yeah, of the Italians, I want Micheletto. I thought about. I mean, no, you can't take him. I thought about Gianelli as my setter. Is my starting setter, but I have another setter that I'm ready to put in there, and then I know what I'm going to do at libero.
Okay, is it my turn?
It is your turn. You have 2 picks left. You have a middle and a libero.
For libero, I'm going Balasso.
Good pick.
Balasso is going to be my libero. Mostly because De Giorgi made a nice little joke to Claire and I yesterday when we were talking to him, and we were like, "Who are you gonna pick?" He's, I don't know. I'm asleep, and then I'll figure it out later. He's like, probably Balasso.
What, to start the first game?
Yeah.
Probably Balasso.
Probably Balasso. And I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. I know I know my last 2 picks. And my setter is going to be Antoine Brizard.
Yeah. That makes sense.
My setter is going to be Antoine Brizard of France. I mean, of the French guys, I thought about taking Patry. I thought about taking Grebennikov, but as soon as you took Christensen, I knew who my libero was going to be.
Yeah,
and I think you all know who it's going to be at this point.
That makes sense.
And so France with Brizard is clearly the best setter left on the board.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Also, the number 1 player in the world according to Volleyball World in the year 2021.
Oh, we had so much fun clowning on that.
Sure did.
that was awesome. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Okay, last but not least, you've got 1 more pick. It's probably got to be a middle. Who's it going to be?
1 more pick, and I'm gonna stick. I need a Canadian on my roster for sure. So I'm going to pick our Mr. Dependable, the guy who's been on this team the longest in that position, and I'm going to go with Lucas Van Berkel. I think he's a solid guy, especially to come off the bench behind Chininiese and Flavio. He's going to put up a good block. He's going to score you some points. And he's going to be solid and dependable. So, yeah, I'm definitely going with Lucas Van Berkel.
I would have made so much fun of you if you hadn't picked a Canadian.
Yeah, I know.
I would have made so much fun of you.
I know. Well, I really, as I said, I really wanted to pick David Smith, but, David Landy, but
so yeah, I mean, we'll discuss our teams after I make my last pick. Obviously, my last pick is Eric Shoji. Obviously, no brainer. Friend of the show. I'm excited to see him in person this week, and that's it. Those are our teams right there.
So already the chat is going off about how there's no Ingapeth or Leon on any of our rosters, which understandable. understandable. I guess we'll have to see.
All right. I have just put it in the live chat. I have just put a poll in the chat. Whose team is better, mine or Everett's?
Oh, I'm winning so far.
I think it should be pinned at the top. Let me know if anyone's having any issues on seeing it. Okay. Yeah. Everett's definitely got the early lead, and I disagree. I really disagree. I love my team. I absolutely love them. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do with those two setters. Like, how are you going to use both DeCecco and Micah Christensen? I think the way my setters would work in a real situation, I think, is perfect, because you would only really bring Cachopa in as a 6-2 sub. You'd have him play the back row. Brizard is clearly my starting setter. I think you have two starting setters, and I don't know what you're going to do with them. Yeah, I like Brizard setting Kurek as. I think let's name our starting sevens out of this. I think that's
starting sevens.
So I've got Brizard setting Kurek. That's my starting setter opposite pair, and then like Cachopa and Amin off the bench is sick.
Yeah, that's a nice double sub. It is
a very nice.
That's a nice double sub.
So I've got Brizard setting Kurek. I've got Podrashinin and Loser in the middles, for sure.
Okay.
I've got Shoji at libero, but my outsides. Man, which two of those four do I pick? I might take. I might go Ishikawa and Micheletto.
Okay,
I think those might be my two. Lopez is definitely my serving sub.
Yeah,
100% my serving sub. And Mar, I think you can put in at any time if you need a little more of a scorer.
He's your first guy off the bench for sure.
Mar is the first guy off the bench without question. So yeah, like Cachopa and Amin would be the double sub.
Mm-hmm.
Mar would be the first guy off the bench. Lopez would be the service sub.
What about down the middle?
I put Production and Loser are my starters, and then Massa
fair.
would be like a blocking sub or a guy off the bench there. I love that starting seven. I love that starting seven.
The poll's getting closer though here.
Yeah.
It's 55-45 in favor of me.
Okay.
Yeah, we will be doing one for the women later on. We can do it maybe next week when we're back home.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Okay.
So who's your starting seven out of this group?
My starting seven, I'm going Namir, obviously, and I'm going Micah. Namir and Micah.
That's the right choice. And man, DeCecco Nishida as a double sub. Oh my goodness.
That's gross. That is gross. And then I'd let them play like one round, because I'd let Nishida serve as well.
Yeah. Do the delayed 6-2.
Yeah, the delayed 6-2. And then I'm going Melgarejo and Fornal on the outside.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to start Fornal. That's no question.
Just the way that Fornal's playing right now, and then
Melgarejo's the best passer of the remaining three.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like he's the best passer in that group. Chininiese and Flavio obviously in the middle, and then Balasso as a lib.
Okay. Yeah, your team of 12. I think you could argue that your team of 12 might be better than mine, but I like my starting seven better than yours.
I don't know.
So you've got Christensen, Namir, Melgarejo, Fornal, Chininiese, Flavio, and Balasso.
Yes.
I have Brizard, Kurek, Ishikawa, Micheletto, Podrashinin, Loser, and Shoji.
Who's the best? Who's got the best starting seven? Who's got the best starting seven?
And that's a tough one. We can put that. I'll do a poll like after this is over.
Yeah.
After this is over, for like in a community poll or like in the comments or something, where we can have the people choose whose starting seven is better. Overall, dude, man, I think you're winning. 65 votes. That's a pretty good sample size. You've got 57%.
Come on, we've got 100. That means only half of you have voted. We've got 125
what is up with
people
that?
watching. And only half of you have voted. Almost 500 people tuned in.
Yeah, if there's 120 people watching this, why haven't you guys voted yet? I mean, get to the YouTube live chat and click whose team you think is better.
Honestly, Luke, you're right. This game would be sick to watch.
This game would be sick.
This game would be sick to watch.
This game would be so sick.
Yeah.
I mean, Volleyball World should do something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never really
like an all-star game.
The only all-star game. Do you remember this? The only all-star game that I really remember ever in my memory in volleyball was the Russian League years ago. There was a great YouTube highlight of like a compilation of the Russian League all-star game where they were just like doing weird shit. Like they put Mazursky at libero.
Yeah.
They had a 6-man block at one point. Like
I know the Polish League used to do an all-star game too.
Yeah.
And there was like highlights of Kurek just bouncing balls like out of the gym.
Oh yeah,
like,
they did the bounce contest.
In a bounce.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that too.
Berkay, get out of here saying that Jaeschke is not even a discussion better than Steven Marr. Get out of here.
I mean, both of them played for Milano, and only one of them saw the court when for that particular
and
program.
one of them played in Turkey and China this year, and the other one had his career year in Italy.
Jaeschke made more money,
and he didn't even get picked for his national team.
I mean, I think there's, I think we're going to send him the next 2 weeks, and he's going to be the guy in the Netherlands.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think we're going to give a lot of the guys a break in the Netherlands, and Jaeschke's going to go, and he's going to be the guy. Anyway, I like this. This was fun. This was really fun. I think we should definitely do this for the women's when we get back home.
Definitely. We'll definitely do it for the women. I'm not making the same mistake though. I'm picking Alexa Gray first round.
Not gonna let me steal the game from you in the first round. Yeah, this was fun. Like the draft strategy was interesting. Like no Wilfredo Leon. Okay, who's let's think. Who's like a starting 7 or like a team of 12 of people that didn't get picked? Gianelli, Leon, like Anderson, Engapeth, Aaron Russell.
You can only pick one from each team, though.
Oh,
so
man.
I think you'd pick Anderson. Or no, David Smith, maybe down the middle.
David Smith.
I think you'd go David Smith down the middle.
What's a good opposite that didn't get picked? Patry.
Patry.
I mean, or Grebennikov at libero from France. I think like I thought about if I needed the value, I thought about picking like a Kozamernik from Slovenia in the middle.
Yeah.
Or Chebul.
Chibble, yeah, that's another one too.
Who's a good? I mean, Gianelli didn't get picked. He's the World Championship MVP for God's sakes.
Yeah.
But,
Lavia didn't get picked either.
Yep. No Lavia. No Bruno.
No Bruno. Yeah. No Lucarelli.
No Lucarelli. I think Fukudome at libero.
No one picked anyone from Serbia.
No, I picked Pedrashin.
Oh, you picked Pedraskin. Never mind.
Yeah, so
Sorry
the only team that has no representation at all is China. Because you picked Bulgaria and Slovenia.
Yeah.
And I did not. I picked Germany and Iran.
Yeah.
And you did not. I think...
I thought about taking Zhang.
Oh, from China?
From China.
If you needed a fourth outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he was pretty good overnight beating Bulgaria.
Yeah, it was. He was pretty good. He was the best player by far.
Well, this is fun. This is a good exercise. Before we're 86 votes now. I think we still got some people in the chat who haven't voted yet, but it looks like Everett's going to win. I'm disappointed. I'll put a poll up later about the starting sevens because I really might pick my starting 7 over yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see, but I mean, the people have spoken. My coaching for as many years as I have, it's just. It's just natural. You just see talent and you know what you want.
Well, buddy,
that was a good one.
Good one.
I'm still mad at you for picking Steven Marr, though.
All right, we're just about out of here, people. We are going to get on over to the gym at TD Place here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
First game is at 4:30 Eastern. I'd say we'll be going live between like 3 and 3:30 Eastern. That sound about right?
Yeah, probably around 3.
Yeah, probably around 3.
Closer to 3 as close to 3 as possible.
Yeah, so we kind of get it done before the gym starts buzzing.
Well, we're gonna wrap up the 2 games that happened in Japan this morning. China over Bulgaria, Japan over Iran, and then preview for the 2 games that we have today. What is it today?
Italy and Argentina,
and then
Cuba and Canada. Do you and Ronnie have a bet yet?
No, Ronnie. I don't know where Ronnie's at. I'm surprised he didn't pop up.
Asleep. He always stays up till like 6 in the morning in Spain, and then he's like basically living on North American time.
Can you get me 2 tickets?
No.
Where do you guys think?
Go buy them online. No, we can't get you 2 tickets. Someone says, I think I accidentally voted for Everett, but I wanted to vote for Rob. Rigged poll. Stop the count.
Stop the count.
It's rigged. I actually win. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it.
You would. An American would say that.
All right. Thanks for watching, people. We'll be back in a little over an hour.
Yeah.
From live from the gym in Ottawa. Thanks for watching. We'll be sure to do this again.
Peace.